Hi guys, Nomis here. Welcome back to Nomishavn for episode number 42. This episode is more about setting up some infrastructure for future expansion. I will be building a custom elevated train station between the central business district and the government district, and also I will be building a new custom bridge, getting across to a plot of land I still haven't built on. So the first build will be a train station, which is named Sofienberg station, after the area of Christiania it serves. It's gonna be a 4-track station with 3 platforms, 1 island platform and 2 side platforms. There was a pretty straight shot here for 2 suburban lines coming from the central station, and the distance from that station was pretty decent to stop those 2 lines here as well. My plan is that those 2 lines split apart after crossing the river, so this can serve as a smaller hub to take the ease off the central station, and it will be pretty convenient for people living near those lines if they work in the government district nearby, which also is a pretty important hub for the metro, meaning they can easily get to a lot of other destinations in the city, but are not all too far walk from here. I'm using a nice and more classical platform style for this station. This would have been regarded as the most important station in Christiania for a while. It was built in the 1890s, so it predates the station in the central business district by about a century, if not more. While it used to have intercity trains back in the day, it now only sees suburban lines within the Nomishavn metro area. Although it is a really old station, it has seen some renovations over the years, while still keeping its charm. For further details, I'm using stone stair props and a lot of these super nice arched brick walls to build up the main foundation of the whole station, and this is what I would say is the main component of its aesthetic. One thing I really wanted to do was to integrate the station closely with the street grid, so you can see it goes across several streets which cross under it, and there will be entrances from 3 different streets. And for accessibility, the middle street will have access both with stairs as well as elevators to all platforms.
Tracks, I'm on the move, custom stations in the groove. IMT, the tool I choose, marking roads, no time to lose. Platforms rise, connections flow in the city. Watch it roll, ticket booths and benches placed. Every detail perfectly traced. IMT, let's design the scene. Custom stations running clean. Props and networks all aligned. In skylines we build and shine. Trash can stand side by side, everything's smooth, nothing's denied. Trains are coming, people wait, the station's bound to elevate. Mark the lanes, the signs are clear, custom touches drawing near. Ticket machines all in a row, through the city the lifeblood flows. IMT, let's design the scene. Custom stations running clean. Props and networks all aligned. In skylines we build and shine. Time displays and seats set right. Crafting dreams day or night. Wires connect, the lights will glow. City pulses with the show, marking paths where people roam, making each one feel at home. Platforms stretch, a modern state, skylines crafted in this age. Ticket booths to guide the way, a perfect ride another day. Benches laid with careful grace, a peaceful vibe, a cozy place. Screens for times, no one's late, every part aligns with fate. IMT, you make it real, all my visions, all my zeal. Cities skylines, here we stand, building wonders with our hands. IMT, let's design the scene. Custom stations running clean.
I didn't have any walls to put the station name signs up on, so I used these 3 props together for a pretty old school station sign. Other details I add around the platforms are ticket machines, benches, trash cans, time displays, rail network maps and a few ads here and there. Around the gaps where the stairs come up, I of course had to add some fences too for security. Over the bit where the platform ends, I always love to follow a little formula I created for myself to detail these areas, based on a few things I've seen from real life stations. A little access there for railway workers to get to the ground around the tracks whenever they need to. Some overgrowth between the tracks, and I often see these clusters of electric boxes, which I try to remember to add. And even though there is no functional signaling for trains really in the game, I always like to detail up with signal props, especially around stations where there are crossovers on the tracks.
Skylines, we build and shine. Time displays and seats set right. Crafting dreams, day or night. Custom stations in the skies. In skylines we'll always rise. IMT, the key to dreams. Building cities, crafting streams.
Wayfinding is super important in stations, and it's one of my favorite things to add as one of those fine little details to really make it come alive. You could have already seen me add the track numbers, which I think makes sense to attach to the signs to the time displays. Because the entrances all lead down to different streets, it was important to mark the exits with which streets they lead to. I actually renamed the streets in preparation for this, and all of these street names I just stole from Oslo. Down on street levels, I add signs on all entrances that indicate which platforms and tracks they lead up to.
In the skies and skylines will always rise. IMT, the key to dreams. Building cities, crafting streams.
Right outside a lot of the entrances, I had this cool little detail I've done before on other stations. By merging together a few time display props, I'll make this larger combined display board for the whole station. After extending a train light out here to the station to get it functioning, I'll work on the last details to finish off the station. I did consider just using the platform hall assets from the first terminal station I did in this series, but the size wasn't really right. Although I could resize them with PO, I want to try and not destroy my FPS even more unnecessarily. And also I kind of wanted to differentiate this station, so I ended up doing something more custom by using a few different props to assemble my own platform hall. I knew I wanted a lot of glass so that the station would have plenty of natural light, and also so all the detailing I've done will be somewhat visible from the outside. I'm not really sure when I got these props, but I found some great glass roof props and some ploppable glass surface props which I tilted on its side to use as the walls of the platform hall. Finally, to hold it together, I used some iron fence pillars, which I just felt was a perfect fit, after trying probably every pillar prop I had downloaded. With the station finished, minus some lights you'll see me add in a minute, I wanted to just detail directly outside it, even though I'm not building out in this area in this episode. The arched walls under the station are really prime real estate, and I'll add some shops, restaurants and bars under them. I think this is something that's common under elevated parts of the S-Bahn in Berlin if I'm not wrong. For the surface I'll be using this super nice herringbone brick decal, which just felt right, and a bunch of planters, auto seating and some small and modern playgrounds.
Feeling the warm rays upon my face, leave all my worries in a gentle breeze, big sunshine and new life in the way I need.
The second product of this episode will be building what is known as the Sofienberg Bridge. Sofienberg Bridge was finished in the 1890s, at the same time as the train station, as it was crucial for its function, as you will see. There's going to be a lot of network building to set up this bridge, as it has three different levels. First we got the road, which has 3 lanes in each direction. On the lower deck, held up by trusses, 4 train tracks will be sitting, and this is coming in from Sofienberg station and splitting apart after the bridge crosses the river. Finally, there will be an upper level which holds a bike path and pedestrian path, which is elevated above the road on some wide pillars. Right now in the video I first tried to sort out the road and train track networks for the actual bridge, as well as where it goes before and after crossing the river, so the approaches. It needs to be pretty tall, as you see, because there are pretty big ships passing through this river.
Counting the days until summer, feeling the warm rays upon my face, leave all my worries in a gentle breeze, big sunshine and new life in the way I need.
I'm using the trusses from the Bay Bridge again to support the lower deck with train tracks, and with PO I changed the color to a dark blue to give it a more distinctive look. But I want to talk a little about the history of the bridge and how it got its design. Being built in the 1890s, this was a time of big expansion of the city, with railways rapidly going across the whole city, and a big time for large infrastructure projects in general. The river crossing in this spot had long been a hindrance for traveling, and around this time there was also a big plan for a planned development on the other side of the river. For the bridge I wanted something that had the grandeur of bridges you see in cities like New York with all the different layers, but with the more Scandinavian aesthetic. What I landed on was making the bridge towers from scratch kind of. I had some great tower assets from Stockholm from the workshop, and that was just the look I was going for. The 1890s was a big time for these ornate towers, and Sofienberg Bridge was no exception. Converting these tower assets to PO, I scaled them up and modified them in a way that I can assemble them together into a bridge tower. For support below the tower, I'll make some pillars out of different PO cubes with brick textures. Finally, I used some procedural wires with a metal texture for the cables holding the bridge up, fastened to the towers. This will be another cable-stayed bridge than, as you can see, a common theme in Nomishavn. decorate the approaches for the bridge on both sides, I used some different really nice retaining walls and some fitting pillar props to pull it together. There's a lot of work with offsets to get the gaps where train tracks and roads cross under it, but in the end I think it looks really nice and organic. A bit of mess just makes it look even more realistic, I think. Actually, there was an update to IMT not long ago, which extended the limit to the elevation steps on decorative networks, which made it possible to do all of this inside IMT instead of plopping some walls manually to get the full height.
Riding the rails, summer nights, city to city under starlit lights. Backpacks and dreams on this endless ride in the heart of Europe where our worlds collide. Close your eyes in a Paris cafe, the start of a journey love found its way. Whispers and laughter in the moon's embrace. Through the train windows I see your face. All in love, on an interrail dream across the continent, flow like a stream from the mountains to the seas under skies so blue. Every step we take, I fall more for you. Through the nights, dancing till dawn, Amsterdam canals where we float along. Rome's ancient streets, hand in hand, Barcelona's beaches and the salt warm sand. Vienna's elegance with your smile so bright. Through the Alps and beyond, our hearts take flight. Stockholm sunsets, paint the skies. Each new city, a new love's rise. Falling in love on an interrail dream across the continent, flow like a stream from the mountains to the sea.
The last part for the bridge will be the upper level, which holds a pedestrian path and a bike path. As always, I use the networks from Clues, because they are just the best looking ones for this, I think. Using network multi-tool makes this pretty simple and quick to get in. For the approaches, I try to have it on a pretty gentle gradient, so I'm doing some pretty complicated loops, because there is pretty limited space. And again, this is not that complicated to actually do when I'm using network multi-tool. It turns into a bit of a spaghetti of networks, but I think it's just a more interesting look.
From the mountains to the seas, on the sky so blue. Every step we take, I fall more for you. From the northern lights to the Mediterranean blue. In the journey of summer, I found you. Split summer's beats, reaching so high. In Europe's beauty, we touch the sky. Every sunset, every dawn, our love's journey keeps moving on. In the rhythm of the rails, our hearts align. In this interval summer, you're forever mine. Now the journey's end, but love's here to stay. Memories of summer won't fade away. Through every adventure, every twist and turn, in the flames of our hearts, our love will burn. From the first glance in Paris to the last goodbye, our interrail romance reaching the sky. In the songs of the rails, our love's refrain. In the echoes of Europe, we'll meet again. Falling in love on an interrail dream across the continent, flow like a stream from the mountains to the seas under skies so blue. Every step we take, I fall more for you. As the change of hearts and the sunrise fades, our love remains through the night and day. In the heart of Europe, where our journey began, forever in love, hand in hand. As the train departs and the summer fades, our love remains through the night and days in the heart of Europe, where our journey began. Forever in love, hand in hand, riding the race of summer nights, city to city under starlit nights, backpacks and dreams on this endless ride in the heart of Europe, where our worlds collide. Culture rise in a Paris cafe, the start of a journey, love found its way. Whispers and laughter in the moon's embrace, through the train windows I see your face. Falling in love.
After the bridge is complete, I want to detail up the roundabouts that connect up the bridge approaches. For the first one, I'm using a nice fence and a bunch of flower bushes. Then in the middle a huge rock, and finish it off with some colored lights. The second one, I put together some nice cobblestone networks to fill up inside the roundabout. Then right in the middle, a brick surface with a fountain on top of it. Simple but pretty nice designs, I think.
Sunsets painting the skies, each new city, a new love's rise. Falling in love on an interrail dream, across the continent, flow like a stream, from the mountains to the seas, under skies so blue. Every step we take, I fall more for you. On the rail, our love symphony, notes of romance, our hearts beat there, Copenhagen strong.
Anyways, that was it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it if you made it this far. A like on the video would mean a lot, and please comment if you have any thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think. If you want to get updates on this and my other series, please hit that subscribe button. It would really help me in growing this channel. Have a great rest of your day, hope to see you next time, and stay tuned for some cinematics.
In the heart of Scandinavia, by the northern sea, lies a port so grand and ancient, where history runs free. Nomishavn, a city old, with wooden houses fair, cobblestones beneath our feet, and harbors rich and rare.